Hello everyone, this is Goosebumps Godzilla, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Goosebumps monster, Cuddles the hamster, and how this adorable, monstrous hamster came from a not-so-adorable shop from Goosebumps called the Little Shop of Hamsters. So the whole reason I believe this even to be a fact, that Cuddles came from this shop that only sells hamsters, is because of Cuddles in his monster form. So, near the end of Monster Blood 2, in the big finale, Cuddles is turned into a monstrous hamster after he ate monster blood, and so he's attacking everyone. And so, seeing that the only way to defend the school is eating monster blood, main protagonist Evan ate a glob of monster blood more than Cuddles, and he became a giant and did a huge fight with Cuddles the hamster. It was really one of the most epic pages of the book, and this is my second favorite Goosebumps book, mainly because of that fight scene. It was so awesome, and it was a weird victor, though, when you think about it. So, in the end, Cuddles won and is about to suffocate Evan under his weight. And there's a couple of problems with that. And the first thing is, how could Cuddles beat Evan in a fight? You may say Cuddles will be bigger than Evan, but Evan had a lot more monster blood than Cuddles. But here in the book, they say that they only gave him a small bit, and it took Cuddles a little while to get to his enormous size that he was at just then. Evan, on the other hand, ate huge globs of monster blood, and it made him grow huge in a short amount of time, and he was probably bigger than Cuddles, because he basically had almost the entire monster blood can. And so, it wouldn't be right if Cuddles would beat an even bigger Evan. And another weird thing is, how could Cuddles even beat Evan in the fight in the first place? I get it, he's bigger all around than Evan, but Evan has more fighting technique. You know, he knows how to fight. I mean, he punched Conan the Barbarian in Monster Blood 2, so he has some knowledge on how to fight. He plays basketball, so he knows sports, and he, as I said before, has experience with fighting. And Cuddles does not have experience with fighting, unless this theory is correct, because Cuddles is really not that much of a fighter in his lifetime, other than that one scene where he fought Evan. Just think about it. Nearly all his life, he's locked in a small cage. All he can do is eat and sleep and move around in this tiny, constrained area. The only time he probably ever got any exercise was when he ran away from Evan in Monster Blood 2. So, the only explanation for him actually having any fighting techniques is that he had to come from the Little Shop of Hamsters. Because in the Little Shop of Hamsters, it just seems like a normal shop where you get hamsters, but it's got a huge secret behind it. If you have not read Little Shop of Hamsters, then I would advise you to turn back now, because I'm delving into some twist spoilers. But anyway, so in the Little Shop of Hamsters, the main protagonist keeps thinking he turns these hamsters evil, and because the hamsters are super violent, they keep attacking each other and attacking the main protagonist, which is kind of crazy, I mean, honestly. So it doesn't really it makes sense that Cuddles came from this place, because actually in the book it turns out that the whole entire place it wasn't the main protagonist making the hamsters turn evil. it was actually the place, because the owner of the store, forgot his name, gave the hamsters this special water that caused them to become angry, and they wanted to fight each other, and so they must have fought all the time since they were all in this one huge enclosed area. And also we see basically a total remake of the fight scene in Monster Blood 2 in the Little Shop of Hamsters. So the kid gets this thing to make him become a giant because one of the hamsters actually ate almost the same thing and became giant. So they went into this whole fight scene, and we can see that the hamster that was battling the main protagonist in the Little Shop of Hamsters did basically the same thing that Cuddles did in Monster Blood 2. So this could easily mean that the hamster that turned giant and fought against the main protagonist was the same thing as Cuddles. Because first off, where would Cuddles learn all his fighting skills when he fought against Evan? I mean, he obviously is the underdog and would not be able to win, because how does he know how to fight? It can't be natural instinct unless he's been fighting for nearly all his life and was then bought at the Little Shop of Hamsters by the random teacher, forgot his name, from Monster Blood 2, and then he lived his life, never forgetting his skills. And then he was fed Monster Blood, became giant, broke out of his cage, and started terrorizing pretty much the whole school. And this all honestly makes sense, because Cuddles could not have gained that fighting technique all by himself. And that hamster did the same thing that Cuddles did. And so that's probably how Cuddles won. He knows how to defeat humans in a fight when they're both the same size, or when he's giant and he's fighting against human. And so now, honestly, it all makes sense. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Cuddles came from the Little Shop of Hamsters? Or do you think Cuddles just naturally adopted this fighting style that they used in Little Shop of Hamsters, and Cuddles magically beat the main protagonist in Monster Blood 2? So, tell me what you think in the comment section below. That's the end. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and that is the end of my video.